two girls sana eh. Makes more sense.
Yeah. I'd like that. I'd like two girls as well.
Wala na kasi si Tasha.
Yun nga eh. Devoid of Tasha.
Take a while. Actually, you should use girls na now eh.
Yes, sir. Magalaw yung camera eh. Ayoko muna magpasok. Teka, wala akong replay.
Normally, at 5:50 pwede na yan.
Yeah. Hindi, pero we're like
10 minutes before.
Señoras y señores, a continuación, el himno de Filipinas. A continuación, el himno de Chile.
Que la tumba será de los libres, o el asilo contra la opresión, o el asilo contra la opresión, o el asilo contra la opresión. ¡Vale, vamos, vamos!
Magandang umaga, Pilipinas, as we bring you pictures live coming from the Estadio Municipal de La Pintana from Santiago in Chile. Filipinas against Chile, part 2, second of their two friendlies as these two teams gear up for the FIFA Women's World Cup. Chile still has a playoff to go through. The Philippines already through the big dance in Australia and New Zealand. And both of these teams here to really use each other to make sure that they are ready for the next stage. Ang Filipinas natin ngayon, a couple of changes compared to what we saw last time around. Big news is that Serena Bolden starting up top again after coming off the bench in the last few friendlies for Coach Alan Sejcic. Another change happening, Sakini Quesada also starting out this time around after coming off the bench last time. Tara Shelton and Anika Castañeda come from the bench this time around. Sa kabila naman, the big news for Chile, as we take a look at the referees and the officials here from Uruguay, is that their star keeper, si Christian Endler, will not be starting for Chile. Instead, coming in is Canales, Antonia Canales, who is coming in for only her second appearance here for the Chilean side. So, an inexperienced keeper at the back. But still, also coming in to join the starters is a certain Carla Guerrero, who already has 82 caps for Chile, coming in, making her 83rd and manning the backline para sa Chile. Let's see whether or not the changes will be fruitful for either side, as both of them are going to try and improve on a 1-1 draw just a few days ago. Once again, maraming salamat mga kapatid for joining us this fine morning as Chile and the Philippines get set up to do battle once again. Ako po si Paulo Del Rosario, very happy to bring this battle here for you as we see the fans in Chile and the Chilean capital. Of course, we also have a few kababayans present in the venue as well. Nakita natin kanina during the national anthem. In fact, you can see the flag, our flag, hung proudly there in the rafters at the end of that stand. Here we have it, our Filipinas wearing blue and Chilean side in red. Carly Guerrero, as I mentioned a while ago, 83rd cap for Carla. She will be someone to watch out for here, will be one of the heartbeats of this Chilean side, and will be tested, I'm sure, by the pace and the finishing of a certain Serena Bolden, who was trying to round back into form. Of course, Coach Alan Stajcic, I am sure, able to study the film from the last battle. He is a very sore loser. He will admit that to you himself. And he will try and make sure that he gets a win in every game the Filipinas do play. This is no exception. Our Chilean counterparts already focusing on Haley Long, as you can see the graphic there at the bottom of your screen. Haley Long, in particular, scored against Endler last time around with a well-timed header that looped over one of the best players in women's football here today. Again, Endler on the bench here. That's the opening kick about to happen. And here we go. Chile starts off first. Chile playing from left to right of your screens. The Philippines playing the other way. It'll be interesting to see if there will be any changes here for the Filipinas. They were happy to let this Chilean side have a bit of the possession in their own half from time to time. But then here immediately we see more aggressive pressing coming from the Filipinas. Of course, wanting to shock the Chilean side here in their capital and hopefully come up with a better result. Coach Allen wants to expose our Filipinas to a lot of different types of cultures, different footballing cultures, different methods of play. And this is the second outing, or at least the second set of outings against Latin opposition. Last one coming against Costa Rica, who ranks 37th in the world. Itong Chile naman at ranked number 38. Again, despite the step down in the rankings, this is a team that has already featured in a lot of the big dances in women's football. So it's always going to be tough opposition here for the Filipinas, who are still learning how to compete with the best of the best in the world. Take a look there at Coach Jose Letelier of the Chilean side just a while ago, wanting a bit more of an improvement here. Oh, Katrina Giliu with a chance here, finding runs Serena Bolden. Bolden, that's a tough angle to get any ball across, and Katrina Giliu couldn't find it. Madarang misses the interception, pero nandun si Coward. Egeshvik and Hawkinson playing a bit deeper here together as a midfield pair. In the last game, itong si Egeshvik was the deepest midfield player, so let's see whether or not they're gonna give her help from the cover as well. Ito naman si Navarrete on the left side, testing Malaya Cesar. Bring it back to the fullback. Speculative shot there, Haley Long with a block, pero nakukulik ni Keith. Madarang is trying to get rid of it, and the ball almost fell kindly for Chile. But Egeshvik able to clear, relieving the pressure for the meantime. Both teams at least having forays into the opposing box really early. Wala pa nga tayong 3 minutes dito. And still a lot of energy as Olivia McDaniel will collect. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here this morning. This game is being played at 7 p.m. in Chile. And ibang iba eh. The sun is shining at 7 p.m. in Chile. And here, the sun is rising at 6 a.m. I hope you're enjoying your coffee, your pandesal, and whatever else you enjoy for breakfast as you enjoy this matchup between Chile and the Philippines. Ball played forward. Serena Bolden doing a good job holding that off. Kaya Hawkinson. Hawkinson could not control possession though, as Keith able to steal that away. Great hold of play from Olivares, who gives that up back to Saez, who shuttles it off to Guerrero, and you can see that right now there's something happening on the pitch here. Wherein I believe they wanted to play the ball out or at least stop the play, but we're back in action. Olivares plays that long, trying to find the own running Navarrete. Malia Cesar keeping her honest, but then Navarrete stays up. Chile playing a dangerous ball into the box. Coward there with a header. Pini Quesada, the defensive clearance to Malia Cesar. Good pressure so far from Chile. Actually, marinig din natin yung mga payo ng ating coaching staff, Coach Alan Sejich. You can tell it's him through the accent and the fact that it's in English. Katrina Giliu. Carly Freelis wanted to try and find the run of Serena Bolden, but then Bolden did fall over, so she held on to the pass. Goes all the way back to Canales.
Go, Katrina, go!
Katrina Giliu with the pressure. Narinig mo si Coach Alan Sejich, go Katrina, go. So already a lot more pressure being applied by the Filipinas here compared to the first game. Yan po si Jose Letelier, ang head coach ng Chile. Coach Alan Sejich, of course, who has done wonders here with his Filipina side in his year or so in charge. Madarang with the throw. Serena Bolden, the target as per usual, but that'll be a goal kick. So let's see whether or not this Filipina side can keep up the pace, because they're applying a lot of pressure into the back line of Chile. A bit different approach to how they started out in the first game a couple of days ago. Cesar playing it down the line. Hindi makuha ni Serena Bolden. Kaya Hawkinson, header forward to Kinley Quesada. Quesada, Giliu trying to play it quick to Kaya Hawkinson, but then Hawkinson could not hold on to it. Araya, kay Guerrero, shifting that out wide, back to Araya.
Carly, it's your player, Carly.
Chile able to hold on to possession, but not really move it forward. Has to settle for the long ball that no one will get to.
Carly, dived in 2 times already.
I'll be interested to know whether or not Coach on Stage will actually see this feed and realize that all his instructions are being barked out and rinig natin lahat.
Sobra Carla, hacia el balón, Carla! Hacia allá!
But to be fair, Coach Letelier on the other side, we can hear everything he says too. So for those who understand Spanish, that'll be something. Trina Giliu bearing down and really pressuring the last woman of this Chilean team, and Kinley Quesada with a header forward, but just finds Saez. Again, ating Filipinas working and hassling, keeping the defenders of Chile under pressure.
That's your player, Serena!
Now pressure still at the midfield. How long can the Filipinas keep up this type of play as Ekishvik loses out? Whistle blown
Number 10 is yours!
as Ekishvik may have inadvertently stepped on Opazo. Although there's a little trip, and that's what the pull is for, or that's what it's why it was pulled back.
Katrina, tell him number 8 is now playing higher than number 10's a 6. Tell him as well. Make sure.
So right now, chance here for Chile from the free kick, and a bit of discussion here with the ball. This is what they were talking about early on in the game. I believe they're not happy with the pressure in the ball, so there's a switch and there's a change, and it looks like Coach Atelier is a bit happier with the ball that he's throwing back in. Now it's been checked. Everyone's okay with the pressure. And now Lopez will try to put the Filipinas under pressure. Chile scored last time through the finish of Keith, who scored her first goal for Chile against the Filipinas. Lopez with a little fake. Header away by Serena Bolden. And just snatched at that, talking about Araya. As Endler on the bench, not seeing action for this one for Chile. Yet Endler, one of the best in the world at the moment, plays for Lyon and in the Champions League as well. A serial winner in her career. Well, we'll go out to the Filipinas as we reach the 10-minute mark here. Again, for everyone joining us here, magandang umaga po. Hopefully, spend your morning here with the Filipinas and they can reward us with a couple of goals that we'll be talking about for the rest of the day. Cower plays it all the way back to McDaniel. McDaniel under pressure now, has to get rid of it. And trying to find the run of Carly Friles. Then I'll go all the way out, harmlessly. So it is Gilyu and Bolden playing up top. And then you have the likes of Carly Friles on the left and Kenny Quesada on the right, just pressuring this Filipinas, this Chile back line. Egeshvik keeping possession with Coward. Now it's Olivia McDaniel. Quesada has it. Egeshvik trying to play the through ball, but now it's just too heavy. Good idea though, with both Gilyu and Friles, the obvious options based on that pass. Serena Bolden with the pressure, but then what composure coming from Saez. See, that's a good reason why center backs need to know how to handle the ball. And here's another example. That was Guerrero, the vet for Chile. They're shrugging off the pressure. Quesada, binigay kay Bolden. Bolden trying to stay upright, but then the challenge was good there coming from Olivares. And now switching the plays, Chile, as they weather the Filipinas' pressure once more. And high and long, what can Chile do here? Fortunately for them, unable to find the red shirt in the box. No real shots on target for any team yet here. But then there have been forays into each other's box. Well, we'll stay with Chile. Nakita natin yung mga fans dito sa venue. Again, this is in the Chilean capital. The last game that they had it would take a 2-hour drive to get to the stadium to where the previous game was. So this one a bit closer to the home base of our Filipinas team. And I'm sure for Chile as well. As Egeshvik was almost beaten there, had to be held back. Egeshvik was booked in the last game for a couple of challenges. Actually, binito ng referee around 3 or 4 challenges before the yellow card came. So Egeshvik being given the job of being the muscle in the middle of the pitch.
Toro!
Filipinas. Karen Araya standing over this one. Had to get ahead to it. Serena Bolden slows that down. Egeshvik with the clearance. But straight back to Chile. Return ball in, no good. Egeshvik could not win the header, but then a whistle's blown.
Waves ball!
That was Nayadet Opazo with a challenge on Egeshvik.
Aiba! Aiba!
Kita natin dyan, she's got all over her back. There we see it at the bottom of your screen, the substitutes para sa Chile.
Malaya, attacking.
Iber, toma marca. Naya, Naya, hacia adentro.
Olivia McDaniel
Sonja, segundo, Sonja.
launching
Sonja,
this
segundo.
forward.
Sonja. Sonja.
Egeshvik couldn't win the header. At ito na naman ng Chile. Navarrete. Plays it to the middle of the park.
Your player, go Serena!
Okay, Guerrero. Guerrero electing to spread the play wide. Nahanap si Zamora, but Zamora couldn't get to it. So far, para sa Chile, it's been Zamora and Navarrete playing on either side, trying to stretch out this Filipinas back line. And so far, has yet to have a fruitful incursion going inside. 50 minutes played here in the Chilean capital. As McDaniel sends that long. Trina Giliu giving chase. Guerrero there to clean it up.
Go!
Canales.
Dale, dale.
Giliu
Stay tight.
almost got to it, but Canales able to clear it out.
Go!
Pazo.
Tight! Tight!
Trying to relieve the pressure here, but then they're covered by blue shirts. But Pazo gets away. Nahanap si Keefe, but Cowart is there first. Cowart plays it safe.
And number 10, not you, Katrina. Katrina, stay there.
You can see Sonia Keefe
Number 10.
again in her
Serena.
second appearance for
Number 10.
Chile. Gets her first goal. Trying to add on to her tally here. And what is her third? And Eva Madarang, what a challenge.
That's a goal kick.
Able to prevent the cross, but couldn't prevent the corner.
Hey.
Another chance here for Chile to strike. It is Lopez standing over this one. Yesenia Lopez with the corner. Goes all the way to the other side though, as Guerrero couldn't reach it. Good crowd at the venue. No real chances so far for either side. But then Chile going into this game trying to make inroads by sending the ball wide every possible chance that they can. Opazo. Pinalik sa gitna. Karen Araya to Guerrero. Guerrero to Saez. Toro. Navarrete trying to beat Malaya Cesar. Cesar right there with some help from Kinley Casada. Cross flies in. Haiti Long could get the header, but Cowart was there. And the snapshot coming from Yesenia Lopez is high. So makakita natin ulit as Chile with a dangerous attempt. Yesenia Lopez just getting a few steps ahead of Carly Friles. Katrina Giliu giving chase and on the attack. But then ball harmlessly goes back to Antonia Canales as Chile looks to ride out the pressure once more. Again, this Filipinas team pressuring high this time, unlike what happened last time around, wherein they would wait near the halfway point before they actually made a challenge. Playing it long again, trying to bypass the entire midfield, talking about this Chilean team. That's a battle for possession there between Zamora and Malaya Cesar. The ball will stay with Chile. Keefe. Chile and the Philippines having a battle at midfield, and in the meantime, it's Chile winning it out in terms of possession at the very least. Carly Friles leaves it for Madarang to clear. And Serena Bolden giving chase. Can she win this one? It's Guerrero with all her veterans marks, just holds out Bolden. Katrina Giliu pressuring the keeper. Again, only making her second appearance here for Chile. Coach John Stejcic. Jen Stejcic, obviously different instructions this time around, as the Filipinas just doing such a good job in terms of pushing a bit higher here and making sure that the pressure is being felt all the way to the back line. Again, different approach to what we saw last time around. Olivares, sa gitna. Keefe. Again, dangerous player here for Chile, as the Filipinas now know of. Sending that out wide again, and that has been one of their emphasis here. Itong Chile, they've been spreading the play wide, left and right, and finding ways to trouble the Filipina back line from the air. And a nudge from behind as Serena Bolden gets the foul.
Jess, you take it, Coward. JC, you take it. Stop with Haley.
Again, thank you very much for joining us here for our continuing coverage of the Filipinas and their journeys all over the world. As Coward will stand over this one, eager to launch it forward. The Filipinas, with the type of speed and the type of pressure that Giliu and Bolden can give, let's see whether or not it can result in earlier goals here. Ball falls straight into Canales' hands, as Carly Friles couldn't pounce on it. To be fair, covered well by the Chilean defense. Playing it to the middle this time around, but that pass was wildly inaccurate. As Endler, I'm sure, would have preferred to be on the pitch at the moment. But instead, what a test is going to be for Canales, who has some huge gloves to fill. Madarang. Long ball forward, trying to find Bolden, and Giliu! Straight at Canales. And Coach John Stejcic, hand on his head, he knew that was close. Bolden with the pressure, the Filipinas with the first real shot on goal. Can they keep the pressure up here? There's Kinley Casada. Now Carly Freeles and Hawkinson trying to do something. Madarang, can she win back the possession? Not that time. Keefe holding off Haley Long. Olivares shifts that wide to Navarrete. Navarrete against Malea Cesar. Cesar showing her inside. Chance here for Zamora if she can get to it. Zamora hits it forward, finds a teammate in the box. And that was an easy finish coming from Karen Araya. Well, just when the Philippines felt like they were going to score on the other end, take a look at this. Zamora gets this one and definitely onside, just funnels it to the middle to an unmarked Karen Araya. In the last game, the Philippines took the lead first, and Chile responded. Now it's a turn for the Philippines to show that they can do the same. A bit of a gut punch here for the Filipinas, who were starting to feel that they had a bit of momentum after that shot from Katrina Guilliu. Haley Long couldn't find Egeshvik or Freeles. As the Filipinas now have to climb their way back. Fortunately for them, they've done this in the past. Daniel with the ball forward, couldn't find Hawkinson or Kinley Quesada, as Chile trying to stretch the Filipino backline once more. They go wide to Opazo rather. Opazo trying to play a little 1-2 with Karen Araya, the goal scorer here for Chile. Of course, Karen Araya plays her football in Spain at Madrid. 88th cap here, and that was her 13th goal para Chile. So a veteran here for sure, talking about Karen Araya. Eva Madarang able to clear that away. Guilliu couldn't find Quesada, pass was just behind her. And Chile trying to up the pressure now against the Philippines. Opazo shifts it to Guerrero. He's moving the ball around. Toro gets it back. Now Olivares. And just holding on to the ball very well here despite the pressure from the Filipinas. This time allowing them a bit of the possession at the halfway line. Zamora had the assist a while ago. Gets past Madarang. Zamora again, so dangerous when Madarang throws herself at the cross. A little desperate there for the Filipinas, but that'll do. Lopez plays it short. Olivares back to Lopez. Lopez, left-footed cross inside. A headed opportunity, but that's high above the bar. Just by a bit, and Guerrero thought that she had it and may have hit her head against a player in the process. So makita natin ulit dito. Maybe at the back of her head, but based on that replay, hindi natin makita. But still, a little nudge. but she should be okay. Talking about Guerrero, who's getting checked at the moment. Let's go on Stejcic, an opportunity here to get his troops back in order. Still a lot to play for here, despite the Chilean lead. Again, the lead coming from a strike coming from Karen Araya, connected very well with the cross of Daniela Zamora. Of course, Daniela Zamora, another veteran here for this Chilean side. As we take a look at the opportunity a while ago for Katrina Giliu. Giliu just too close to the keeper. You know, ultimately what was almost a pass. And then moments after, Zamora out wide, watch her on the far right of your screen, will get this ball coming from Olivares. And Zamora, first time, just crossed that into an on-waiting Karen Araya, who prior to that was very offside. Prior to the pass to Zamora was very offside, and she just floated into the right position. Of course, the resulting cross was not offside by a mile. Can the Filipinas string something together? Giliu, binigay kay Quesada. Quesada, opportunity here for her. She teased that up. And right now trying to find, it was a hopeful ball to Carly Friles. How much they can do there. As Antonia Canales was happy to collect. Zamora will try to torture Madarang again. Kay Opazo. Now Guerrero. Shifting that wide left to Toro. Toro. Into Lopez, who swings that left to Navarrete. Navarrete. Quicker than Cesar. Ball inside, the header off the mark. And Karen Araya just inches away from a brace. Great work from Navarrete on the left-hand side. As the header just off the mark from Araya. And in the meantime, it is Chile who has been dominating here this first half. Katrina Giliu holding off the pressure. He's trying to. Couldn't find a teammate though. Kaya Hawkinson couldn't get to it. A chance here. Yvette Olivares was streaming forward. So much space for this Chilean side to run into as Zamora weighs her options, gives it to Opazo. The right wing back gives it back to Zamora, and Coward there to clear it this time. Chile looking dangerous, Chile looking confident. As Lopez couldn't hold on to it as Madarang sends it away again once more. Olivares gets past Coward. Cross once more. Keefe couldn't get ahead to it. All the way back to Navarrete to the left wing back, and Araya, her touch failed her. And Olivia McDaniel will breathe a sigh of relief for the moment as the Filipinas could push out of their own half. So if you're the Filipinas, the question is now, what would it take to finally get a grip of the game? Because unable to hold possession for a sustained amount of time and at the same time not really taking your chances, it's not a good recipe for success. Navarrete holding off Malaya Cesar. All the way back to Toro, who shifts that back forward again. Keefe couldn't get the better of Haley Long. Long? Oh, such strength there from Long as she tries to win back the possession, but pulled back. So yes, the ball will go to the Philippines as Cesar will look down the line. No whistle blown yet. That's Katrina Giliu with the pressure, but eventually pulled back for the foul. Itong si Toro able to come away with what was a very pesky Filipina. Guerrero shifts that back to Saez. Saez, ball forward to Toro. To Navarrete, rather. Navarrete skips past Quesada. Trying to get past Malaya, and she just used her body to block it off for Haley Long. Katrina Giliu with the pressure. And Serena Bolden will try to follow that up. Now chasing the keeper. Trying to close down her options, and that was very composed play coming from Antonia Canales. An on-rushing Serena Bolden, and able to fake her out. Had to get that right. But here's a chance. Pulled back. Yellow card coming for Sarah Egishvik. Her second yellow card in as many games. And you have to be asking right now, since she has been one of the more physical midfielders of the Filipinas in the past two friendlies, will that affect her duties as effectively a screener for the back line of the Filipinas? So Sarah Egishvik given a yellow card. Amarilla, according to the graphic below. I'm not going to pretend I can speak the language. Araya looks all right. She's back on her feet. Again, the goal scorer here for Chile, Araya, able to score the goal after a wonderful feed coming from Zamora on the right-hand side. Take a look at this piece of skill again from Antonia Canales. Dinking it past Serena Bolden despite the pressure. She had to get that right, or else a certain goal it would have been for the Philippines. Not bad for someone making her second ever appearance for Chile. Carla Guerrero finally gets play going. Ayedeto Pazo swings it straight back to Camila Saez. Camila Saez, long ball forward, trying to find Zamora again. Zamora and her flicks and her passes just has been deadly here for Chile. Speculative shot there and off the mark, but McDaniel just tried to keep it covered. Not quite sure she would have reached it had that been on target. But either way, it'll be a goal kick here. Let's take a look at that again. Well, based on that angle, you see why McDaniel had to go and at least try and have that covered. Yeah, the low ball not really working here. Sarah Egishvik may have gotten away with a handball there. Chile just doing a good job holding strong despite the pressure of the Filipina forwards. You know, Bolden and Giliu have been keeping them honest, and so far they've passed the test with flying colors. Nastoro doing a good job there, just shuttling that outside as Malay Cesar will look down the line once more. Kindi Quesada and Katrina Giliu, the obvious target. Quesada trying to hold on to the possession. Giliu trying to play that high, and Saez just hoofed that ball upwards, skywards, and everyone lost it under the sun. Katrina Giliu. Now Quesada with the pressure. And hold it ng Chile. Looking for Zamora out wide. Zamora gets it. And then shuttles that back to Opazo. Guerrero. If you want a textbook on how to weather the pressure, what Chile did was just that. A bit of a desperate hit there coming from Eva Madarang, and she is going to get a yellow card for that professional foul. Well, Zamora has been a thorn on the side of Madarang. Madarang there, not even looking at the ball at that point. Tracked down Zamora and just cleared her out of the way. What I'd love to be a fly in the room as Coach Anastasic will address the troops at the halftime break. Because Lopez right now eager to deliver a ball that could double up the lead of Chile. Electing to stretch the play once more, but Olivares couldn't get to it. The pass just too heavy for her. Again, for the Filipinas, not necessarily the strongest lineup in terms of what could be the potential final squad of the FIFA Women's World Cup. Of course, Coach Anastasic using all these camps to determine what that lineup will be. But we all know that there are still a few names missing from this list. But still, no excuses for this team for sure as they look to avenge their draw last time around. The Philippines did have a chance to win it, but it was a late header coming from Keith that salvaged the point for Chile. Right now, it's the Philippines who need to find a way to draw level here. Playing all the way back to Canales. Saez. To Toro. Back to the middle to Navarrete. Navarrete trying to escape Hawkinson. Almost does. But that'll be played out. Lopez escaping the pressure there. Bit too easy to bypass the midfield if you're from the Filipinas perspective. Navarrete working on the left-hand side. A lot of pressure coming finally, but then unfortunately for them, unable to find a friendly shirt in midfield. McDaniel coming out to collect. Had to get that right as well. Now playing it long quickly. It's Bolden and Giliud giving chase. Bolden couldn't get the best of Guerrero, and Guerrero just so smart, cool, calm, and collected. Able to head that back to Canales in a place where she could get it. Shifting that to the right side now. Daniela Zamora working on Eva Madarang, who already has a yellow card. Pazo. Olivares, bring that wide left. Toro. Binigay kay Navarrete. Navarrete. Working on Malaya Cesar. Went straight for the shot. And our Filipina fan there, happy that that did not threaten Olivia McDaniel. Let's take a look at this again. Valentina Navarrete came in as a substitute last time around. And we all know that she has a nice right foot. As we take a look at some of the Filipina supporters at the venue. Katrina Giliu getting the ball in an advanced position here. Getting the better of Guerrero on that occasion. Couldn't find Serena Bolden. And it'll be a corner for the Filipinas. Can they finally threaten the Chilean goal? They've done it once through the boot of Katrina Giliu, whose shot was too close to the keeper. Can this be different? They scored from a set piece last time around. Sarah Egeshvik with the delivery, with Haley Long scoring the goal in their last friendly. So it'll be Egeshvik standing over this one. Katrina Giliu being the short option. Targets in the box. Bolden, Coward, Haley Long. Carly Friles also in the mix. Egeshvik with the delivery. Keeper couldn't hold on to it, but then a foul in the box as a whistle is blown. Unfortunate there for the Filipinas, who still, at this point, still couldn't threaten Canales. And Keith I believe may have been swiped by the back of the head of Haley Long inadvertently. Smiles from the reserves of Chile at the moment. And why not? Leading Filipinas 1-0. And have been looking comfortable in this game so far. How can the Filipinas get them uncomfortable? That would be the big question asked by Coach Alan Stachich during the halftime break. Carly Friles down the left-hand side. Couldn't play that forward to an on-rushing Serena Bolden. But then the Filipinas will try again. Couple of minutes here for them to try and pressure this Chilean side. And maybe draw an equalizer late as Katrina Giliu unable to chase down that ball. Again, there are Filipinas all over the world. Filipino supporters wherever you go. So it's no surprise that there's always a contingent there to support our girls in blue. Lopez playing that forward to Navarrete. It's a foot race, and Olivia McDaniel needed to get that touch. Madarang couldn't find Carly Friles. But then what a save from Olivia McDaniel. Let's take a look at that again. Great ball forward, and that was onside. Yesenia Lopez finding Valentina Navarrete. And Navarrete with a hit, and McDaniel with a crucial save. Well, not long now until the halftime break. And Chile looking to double up their lead before we get there. Chilean fans in full voice, trying to will their team to score another. Keefe, a bit of freedom, great find in the box, but then the first touch fails Chile. Katrina Giliu. Good challenge there coming from Olivares. As Navarrete pushing forward, advantage played by the referee. Katrina Giliu with a tackle, Serena Bolden couldn't keep it. But then pulled back for the foul, Olivares whistled for that. Both coaches barking out orders. Olivia McDaniel, can she get an equalizer here at the end of the half? Can she deliver the ball? Played high, dangerous. No foul, says the referee. We play on. Malaya, forward to Haley Long. Now Friles. Couple of bodies to aim for in the box. Friles trying to get it on her favored right foot. Long just pushing that forward, but then only found a red shirt. Late pressure from the Philippines, but it is still 1-0 in favor of Chile. It has been a relatively comfortable half for them. Not a lot to worry about from an attacking perspective. Katrina Giliu had a good shot on target that they were not unable to convert, and a few moments later on the break, it was Zamora who provided the ball straight into Karen Araya, who finished it with a plumb against Olivia McDaniel, putting Chile up 1-0. 45 left to play here, and a lot to discuss for the Filipinas. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us here for continuing coverage of your Filipinas, a friendly against Chile. Right now, 1-0 in favor of 1-0 now in favor of Chile after a goal from Karen Araya in the 23rd minute. A couple of substitutions happening here. Tane Anis, the captain of the Philippines, coming in for Kaya Hawkinson, will try her best to make a difference here. Also, another change, an interesting change here for this Chilean side, as they have also changed their goalkeeper. Once more, it'll be Ryan Torero coming in at the back, manning the post here for Chile. So right now, the Philippines have now played against all three keepers in the lineup for this Chilean side. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much for waking up and joining us here. If you joined us for the first half, then you know that this Chile side has found a way to really pressure the Filipinas and make a big difference here in this game. And of course, Filipinas trying to bring the game to Chile, playing a more aggressive style than what we saw in the last game. Really making inroads here, talking about Chile, weathering the pressure. Zamora, dangerous ball in again, cleared away by Coward. Now it's Kinley Quesada, couldn't get to it. Serena Bolden's there though. Quesada holds on to possession well and finds Carly Friles, who could not find Katrina Giliu. Again, certain words I'm sure were said by Coach Anstejcic in the locker room. As Malay Cesar playing that forward to Kinley. Quesada was hammered from behind. Easy foul to call for the referee. As I mentioned, Canales out and it's Torero coming in. Torero making her debut for this Chilean team. And she'll be eager to mark that debut with a clean sheet. Torero, 32 years of age. Her birthday was actually the start of this month. Bolden testing Torero immediately, unable to hold on to the ball. Let's take a look at that sequence again. So Bolden with a looping header. I believe it'll be called offside there for Katrina Giliu, who was part of the play and therefore ruled active. Oh, and a chance here for Chile on the break. Olivares slowing things down. Daniela Zamora plays it all the way back. But still the pressure on the Philippines. Olivares, Zamora has it again. Playing it to Araya, the goal scorer. Couldn't get past Egeshvik though. Egeshvik has to be conservative here considering that she's already on the yellow. Good control from Katrina Giliu, but unable to hold on to the ball. She gets it back as T. Anis trying to make a positive contribution, finding Serena Bolden. Bolden loses out the Toro. And she tries to slow down the play, and Bolden will be hit with the foul. Valentina Navarrete riding that challenge but unable to stay upright. And to Serena Bolden. Again, when you lose possession in particular, you feel like you have to be responsible to make your way back and either get the ball back or just slow down the play. Karen Araya will be the one delivering this one. Can she play provider after scoring the first goal, the opener for Chile? High ball in, going wide, wide, and out. McDaniel with the goal kick, trying to find any Filipino midfielder. T. Anis Finding pressure inside. Again, coming in for Kaya Hawkinson at the break. Good job there from Yesenia Lopez to ride the challenge. Katrina Giliu trying to apply pressure there as well. Ball played long. And it'll be a throw-in para sa Pilipinas. Parang dumadami rin yung mga supporters natin at the venue, which will obviously be a boost here for the Filipinas. Again, hoping that a comeback is in the cards. And much better pressure here from the Philippines. Scarly Friles has a choice to make. Couldn't find Kenny Quesada. And Cowart will shift it wide to Eva Madarang. Serena Bolden making a run forward. They played central, trying to immediately go to Katrina Giliu. Tianis plays it high. And there'll be a battle for possession. She wins the header, but then falls straight back to Navarrete. Toro. Malaya Cesar trying to find Kenny Quesada, but the touch not there. Unless something strange happens, I don't think we're going to see Christiane Endler coming into the game. The decorated keeper for this Chile side. Navarrete playing all the way back to Toro. Toro, binalik kay Camila Saez. Ryan Torero playing that high, and Malaya Cesar couldn't head it forward. Guerrero, binigay kay Opazo. Tried to play it straight forward, but Cowart was there. Serena Bolden being pulled back by the shirt. So another chance here for the Philippines to put in a good ball. And what do you know? The dead ball specialist of the Philippines, Tianis, already in the game and would love this opportunity to make a difference. Tianis. So many targets to look for. Cowart, Friles, Bolden, Haley Long. Haley Long scored the last time around. We had an opportunity like this in the last game. Kenny Quesada, part of the mix as well. And a quick chance there. Snatched at it was Egishvik. And another yellow card. And that is a second yellow for Egishvik. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we're going to have to take a look at the replay. So with the second yellow, she should be sent off. But then right now, the Filipinas pleading with the lineswoman for something else. And Egishvik will be sent off. Egishvik there pleading for the yellow card and pleading for the handball rather, but instead gets a yellow card, a bit confused. Haley Long pushing her aside. So let's see what happened here. So Egishvik coming off the field with so much time to play, and there's bewildered looks all over the coaching staff for the Philippines as Egishvik reduced to tears. Well, play continues here, and what a strange turn of events as the Filipinas down to 10. So let's see how the Filipinas deal with this adversity. Clearly a first here for the coach on stage era. How can they adjust to playing 10 down against a team that has World Cup aspirations as well? based on the shape at the meantime. Neither of the forwards have dropped. So it's still it's now a 3-woman midfield here. Haley Long able to hold off Toro and is swung down. Things getting chippy here. And a yellow card for Toro. Referee will have to start to control emotions here sooner rather than later, as Javiera Toro shown a yellow. One woman down, the Philippines, after a second yellow shown to Sarah Egishvik. And let's see what fire that lights in our Filipinas, who know that they have it up against them here. Kini Quesada finding Katrina Giliu, and the flag is up.
Zonal now, when it goes one way or the other, we go. Gotta work harder, Carly and Quinley.
And you heard Coach on stage, it's there loud and clear, having to work harder here. No use focusing on the 2 yellow cards of Sarah Egishvik. Instead, we gotta focus on trying to get a positive result here by hook or by crook. That is the intent, as Katrina Giliu wins out in the middle. And Kinley Quesada playing it forward to Serena Bolden. Bolden held back by the lineswoman. The Filipinas running on a lot of emotion here. Just offside, as Serena Bolden couldn't time her run to the pass. Toro. Saez. Great interception from Malaya Cesar, as Kinley Quesada trying to maintain that here. Cesar desperately trying to get back into position. Keefe running at the defenders. Eva Madarang has some defending to do against Zamora. Zamora has been torturing her on that side, as Madarang trying to find her footing. Flag stays down, and a chance once again, but then Haley Long there to clear it. It feels like every attack from Chile could be dangerous, and every push from the Philippines a little bit more desperate, trying to even things out. Take a look at this. Zamora and Araya with a good combination again, but then Navarrete couldn't get a clean shot on target, as Haley Long there to clean things up. It'll be a corner here for Chile, who would undoubtedly feel that they're going to get this. Ball in, avoid a lot of bodies. Malaya Cesar moving forward again as she's trying to apply pressure. The Filipinas are battling a Chile side that it feels that there's blood in the water. A second goal to be had. Eva Madarang trying to hold back Navarrete. Navarrete. Straight to Olivia McDaniel. McDaniel eager to push the tempo further quickly and likes to hold on. The delivery from McDaniel. Trying to find either Bolden or Giliu. And Zamora. Attacking Madarang. And that'll be another corner after Madarang put her body in the way. Chance again from Chile to try and test the Philippines from a corner. And you have to feel that this may be a siege here for Chile. And you could hear Serena Bolden say, we got to keep our composure. So the Filipinas will have their work cut out for them. As Karen Araya will try and set this up. Araya high ball in, headed away by Cowart, but only to a throw. So more pressure here coming for Chile. Guerrero plays it back. Now the ball played forward. Haley Long with a defensive header. And it goes straight back to Chile. Serena Bolden couldn't get a foot to it. Araya playing that high. And Navarrete, I'm not quite sure if that was intended to be a shot or a pass, but either way, it'll be a goal kick.
First time in my life. 40 years of football. Real enjoyment.
McDaniel playing it forward. Ball will go to the Filipinas. As a change will be made sooner rather than later. Milary Cortez at least has kitted up. Throw in here for Chile. And the Philippines, in fairness to them, despite being woman down, still trying to pressure, still trying to attack, not content to just sit back and soak in the pressure and hope to ride it out. Haley Long, forward ball to Kinley Quesada, two bodies to aim for in the box. Kinley could not get past Toro, as Toro trying to shake off Quesada. Eventually able to alleviate the pressure, as Haley Long is very forward. The center back now at the right winger slot. Tianes, important interception there as Haley Long fouled, and Anis will have a chance to deliver this one in. Can the Filipinas get a measure of revenge here? There's the foul. Haley Long on the ground. Again, can they test Ryan Torero, the 32-year-old debutant? Can T. Anis deliver? One-woman wall here. Yastin Jimenez, or rather Valentina Navarrete, standing in the way. Anis, ball's a bit low and eventually cleared away. Malaya Cesar trying to play safety. No foul on Keefe. Play goes on. Cesar, header forward. Haley Long couldn't find Giliu, out wide left. And Chile coming back with the pressure. Zamora, Cowart in front of her. Zamora waiting for some support, eventually gets it. He gives it back to Opazo. Naman si Lopez. Lopez straight at McDaniel. McDaniel heaving that forward. The ball falls kindly towards Bolden. Tries to head it to Giliu. But Sa is there to clear it as well. Carly Friles, what can she do? Gives it back to Tianis. Anis, long ball forward. Finding Bolden. Bolden. So many red shirts around her. Bolden eventually muscled away by Toro. And Toro has had a lot of pressure to deal with a while ago. As we take a look at the shot straight to McDaniel. A while ago having to hold off a Filipina and now having to hold off Serena Bolden. So a change coming in here. It will be Cortez coming in for Yvette Olivares. Mileray Cortez made her debut last time around. And now with her second appearance here, will try and make a difference. Plays for the Universidad Católica in Chile. Haley Long, great header in the middle as Kinley Quesada couldn't hold on to possession here. Tianes able to get the ball after the slip from Cortez, and it was a tough battle, and the ball will go Chile's way. So changes going to happen here for the Philippines soon, as we see the tactics board out. Oh, and Katrina Giliu applying the pressure. And Giliu asking for a yellow immediately. And the referee will oblige as Saez. Well, that was something that had to be done. Take a look at that again. Giliu just getting the best of her and then being pulled back in what could have been a clear goal-scoring opportunity here for the Philippines. Camila Saez, amarilla, or yellow card in English. Tianes standing over this one. Can she deliver again? It feels like she's been finding her range here, talking about Anis. As Ryan Torero stands in the way. Great ball in. Still dangerous here. Coward got her body into it. A chance. And Kinley Quesada couldn't curl that in. It felt like an opportunity similar to the one she buried in the Southeast Asian Games, but then that time the result completely different. And a couple of changes here coming for the Philippines. As number 10, Reina Gabriela Bonta is set to come in, as well as Anika Castañeda. Let's take a look at that opportunity again. Credit Coward for making sure that the ball stayed in the box and it fell to Kinley Quesada, who has turned and shot and finished so many times in her career here for the Philippines. That time, though, not falling.
Sustitución para Filipinas. Ingrese por la camiseta número 11.
So Kinley Quesada checking out for Bonta.
Abandona con la número 15. Carly Friges.
That was her last roll of the dice here, talking about Bonta.
Abandona con la número 20. Kimberly Quesada.
Of course, for Bonta, her third cap here. And Carly Friles also checking out for Anika Castañeda for her 32nd cap. Trying to add on to her 11 goals already in a Filipina shirt. Another opportunity here from a set piece. You can't say the Philippines aren't getting their chances despite being a woman down. You could argue, actually, the latest spell of the Filipinas have been the most dangerous they've been in the game. But of course, could be a lot of problems to deal with here as they get caught out on the break. As we take a look at that foul there that won this latest free kick. So Ryan Torero, the debutant, getting the most amount of pressure here so far. Anis with the ball inside. Couldn't find Castañeda. And it will be a foul anyway, according to the lineswoman, as Araya back on the ground. For those wondering, as we take a look at the replay here again, where does Reina Bonta play? As we take a look at that foul. They're going to be checking on this. For those wondering where does Reina Bonta play, she plays for Yale in the United States. Let's take a look at some of the reserves still for Chile. So some of the fans there at the back. Still a long way to go here. Goal not out of the question here for the Philippines. Again, you have to feel that securing a draw at this stage could be very interesting. So we take a look at this sequence once more. 70th minute here in Chile. Castañeda trying to get a challenge in. So the change here is that Cowart has now become a force in the middle as Bolden loses possession. So you have Cowart manning the middle here, adding a bit of muscle that is not there anymore due to the absence of Sarah Egeshvik. And you're going to have Bonta filling in the center. So that is at least a structural change made, and that'll be offsides as a lineswoman. Malaya Cesar wanted to play quickly, but says, all right, let's fill in the half first. Delivery by Malaya, straight to Toro. And Malaya has some defending to do here. Trying not to get cut out is the Filipinas. Very difficult here considering you're one woman down. A bit stretch. Tianis trying to apply the pressure as well. Liv McDaniel playing it forward but couldn't find Anis. Is there a finishing touch here for the Filipinas? Bolden, 2 in front of her, 1 trailing her. Trying to get Katrina Giliu on the run. And Guerrero on the ground. Giliu wanted a foul as well, but neither of them getting it. As Guerrero holds on to her calf here. Her teammates not playing it out though, so we play on. Saez shifting that wide left to Toro, who has done a good job just holding off the pressure. Haley Long gets the foul. And Malaya, I believe a card may be coming out for Coach Allen. Well, Coach Allen also given a yellow for what I could only perceive is the excessive complaining or getting out of the technical area. Liv McDaniel, great delivery from her. That's what's expected. Just a bit short that occasion as Madarang plays it all the way back to McDaniel. McDaniel. Little room for error here if you're McDaniel. Pass a bit low. And the pressure back for Chile. Shifting that wide right. Haven't heard much from Zamora, but she could make noise here again. Milary Cortez, the substitute, plays it all the way back to Opazo. Tianes providing pressure. Again, just passing in and out of the Filipinas pressure there. Castañeda, header away. Falls kindly though, but then Katrina Giliu. What a timely challenge. Bolden, all in her lonesome. Will hope for a mistake and won't get it. The running and the pressure coming from Castañeda this time, forcing that to go middle. Haley Long, given permission here to just pressure the midfield. Well, you can't say that the ball handlers of Chile are getting any space in the middle. As soon as they get the ball, a lot of pressure. But how can you pressure this girl? Zamora tried her luck, couldn't win the lottery. Acuna will be coming in for Navarrete. And this girl, Yenny Acuna, was so dangerous last time around. Her 23rd cap here for Chile. She just tortured the left-hand side of the Philippines in their last outing. And I'm sure Malaya Cesar a bit familiar with her now as well. Haley Long plays it safely to Liv McDaniel. Tianis. Oh, and that is a tough collision there. It will be against Anis. Both players going for the ball, but then it was Anis with the high boot, so she gets the yellow. Yeah, the high boot there, the referee had to give it. Opazo will feel the after effects of that one. And a lot of yellows already shown in this game. Bolden trying to get this on the run. Saez trying to keep her in check. Bolden couldn't get her footwork through. And, you know, she applauds the defending, actually. Had to be well defended. So far, Chile haven't had the need for Endler. As Eva Madarang undoubtedly would be looking for the head of Serena Bolden, which we've seen time and time again result in goals. Ball played forward, couldn't find Castañeda. Couple blue shirts trying to run into that one. As Haley Long, look at her battle and keep on fighting. The ball will go the other way though. Again, the Filipinas, despite being a woman down, refuse to hold back here. They're taking their chances, really pushing forward. It could go wrongly for them if they make a single mistake in terms of the possession play. High ball towards Bolden. Couldn't find an on-waiting Tianis. Cesar on the left-hand side now, just switching with Madarang for the moment. Toro, poor control. Opportunity here for the Philippines once more. Bolden running into this. Saez, good defending once more. Done a good job keeping her in check in the past few minutes. As Bolden trying to maintain the pressure here. Always going to be a tough job with one player missing. Tianis trying to find Bolden, and Bolden clearly offside, then get back into position. Another substitute here on the cards. And it looks like Serena Bolden has made her last contribution to the game. And coming in is Meryl Serrano. Meryl Serrano making her debut. Plays for Arna Bjornar in Norway. Listed as a midfielder. But let's see if she has some goals in her, especially at a desperate time here for the Filipinas. Tianis plays it all the way back to Haley Long, who elects to go long. Serrano and Gilyu were there with the pressure. Tianis, great ball to Castañeda. Castañeda has to ride off a couple of challenges. Unable to do so, but still the pressure is there. Coward. Hopeful ball forward. Finds a red shirt instead. And this is the break you have to be careful for, as Acuna, fresh legs, couldn't get the better of Haley Long and brought down. So referee saying you gotta push it forward from where the foul occurred. So Liv McDaniel standing over this one. They're going to try to put this in a dangerous area again. Liv. Again, a cannon for a right foot here. Coward with the pressure in the middle. And it's a foot race that Zamora couldn't get to. You know, there's always a saying, the ball is faster than any person alive. And that was true then. Chile fans happy with what they're seeing. But can the Philippines rain on their parade, at least for the moment? Still 1-0 after a 23rd minute goal from Karen Araya. No difference still then. The Philippines have had their chances though. Just couldn't threaten the goal enough. Haley Long has some defending to do. Liv McDaniel eventually gets it. Excellent shepherding there coming from Haley Long. As Keefe has been a relative non-factor here for this Chilean team. As a slew of changes set to happen. Serrano. What can she do here with the first contributions of the game? Serrano wins a corner. And a lot of changes happening here. Pino coming in as well as Hidalgo. And Grez. Gisela Pino, 7th appearance here for Chile. For Hidalgo, as Fernanda Hidalgo, her 5th. As Keefe will check out. Grez coming in as well. Grez with her 28th appearance. So, experienced group here to close out for Chile. And their first task, prevent a Philippine goal from a corner. Anis has been so good at delivering these types of balls. So let's see if she can live up to that reputation. High ball inside. Serrano had a chance and brushed away. The ball will go back to Chile. High pressure again coming from the Philippines. Castañeda couldn't hold on to possession there. Couldn't find a teammate either. Hidalgo. And Guilliu almost winning out. But then, right now it's a big test for Chile because every time they make a pass, there is literally a Filipina on the back of someone. As eventually the foul is called against Guilliu. Desperate stuff here for the Filipinas as they're trying to push the issue. But then it's such a positive thing knowing that despite being one down, they keep going and hunt for a goal. So easy to say, let's just control the damage. But they're trying to even things up here. Tianes trying to win possession. Eventually gets a boot to it, but only finds Karen Araya, who finds a beautiful ball forward to Acuna. Acuna! What a save from Liv McDaniel. Liv McDaniel. Let's take a look at that again. First of all, what a ball coming from Karen Araya, playing provider to Yenny Acuna. But unfortunately for her, Liv McDaniel up to the challenge. Dove the wrong way, but kept her legs in play. Corner here for Chile. Bella Flanagan was set to come in. Ball was away, and a chance here for the Philippines to relieve the pressure. So there it is. Flanagan coming in from Guilliu, who was starting to tire out, to be completely frank. And the ball will go back to the Philippines here. Can Flanagan provide a bit more energy up top now? So it's Flanagan and Serrano who will be the obvious choices. These for attack for the Philippines, leading the line. Serrano, great job riding the challenge, and Coward couldn't get to it. Ball played forward. Haley Long and Eva Madarang trying to contain the attack on the right flank. Malaya Cesar had to get that right. Cannons off Bonta, but back to Cesar. But offside flag anyway.
Keep using your body. Very good.
Take a look at that. So, reason why the flag was raised. Liv McDaniel hitting that forward. Time running out here on the Philippines. The sun has started to set in Chile. And is starting to set on the Philippines' chances here. Chile trying to close out the Philippines as Serrano puts that out of touch. Again, Filipina fans present at the venue. Feels like wherever you go, there will be Filipinos. And a chance here again. Karen Araya. Malaya Cesar. Very composed play there from Malaya. Fernanda Hidalgo. Right now trying to get the better of Haley Long. Ball forward, finds no one, and Liv McDaniel will have a chance to cannon this forward once more. The Filipinas playing majority of this half with one woman down. It was always going to be tough for them to get any result here, but they're still fighting for it. Ball played forward. Serrano couldn't get ahead to it as Flanagan, fresh legs, will be asked to run, and pressure. Trying to find Acuna again. Liv McDaniel got a stop last time and just played across the face of goal, looking for any sort of contact, and that would have probably been a goal. Again, a great ball coming in for Karen Araya, finding Yenny Acuna. And that has been a dangerous mix here for Chile. Time running out on the Philippines. In fact, it's Chile who has started to get a bit more of the pressure. It'll be a corner for them here. Interesting to see if they were going to try to increase the pressure by hunting another goal, or if they elect to play it short and just waste time. Karen Araya. No handballs as the referee. Coward eventually clears it. Bella Flanagan giving chase. Flanagan has a lot of work to do, as there's a collision here with Milere Cortez. And Cortez straight back up. Fernanda Hidalgo. So Chile, based on what we've seen so far, want to pad the scoreline here with another goal. Let's see if they can hunt one down or if the Philippines can catch them on the break. They're still attacking here. Malaya Cesar covered by red shirts. Haley Long with a crucial block. Ball still alive here. A chance for Chile to trouble the Philippines again. Eva Madarang. Ball played forward to Serrano. Serrano needs support. Can Serrano get it? Eventually gives it to Cesar. Tianes trying to find Bella Flanagan, but then no one else there. Oh, and a mistake here by the keeper, Flanagan. Can she get the angle? Not that time. And it was a gift for Flanagan, who flashed that shot on the face of goal. Angle a bit too awkward for her. But then that was a golden opportunity. And all of a sudden, it could have been a tied ball game. Acuna finding Zamora. Zamora lining up for the shot, but couldn't finish the Philippines off. What a wild last 30 seconds it was. Saez and Torero just getting into each other, and just flashing the face of goal was Flanagan. And on the other end, Yenny Acuna finding Zamora, who just flashed that wide left of goal. Liv McDaniel was left rooted to her area. Not long now, as the Philippines officially living on bought time here. Is there a twist in the cards? That'll be a throw in here. Eva Madarang might be too far even for her long throws. Serrano holding off the opposition here. Playing it all the way back to Liv McDaniel. Liv, can she cannon this in? McDaniel, high ball forward. Looking for a friendly touch. And there is a flag. And that will be offside. Last chance saloon here for the Philippines. Liv McDaniel will throw the kitchen sink. High ball forward. Haley Long got ahead to it, but then here is Chile once more. Eva Madarang playing safety. Acuna on the run, but couldn't get past Malaya Cesar. And we still play on. Coward in the middle of the park. No real support here, just played it forward. Castañeda couldn't find an on-rushing Cesar. Still alive, Haley Long. And the ball harmlessly goes out to touch. Referee not blowing the whistle yet. And a free kick. Tianis standing over this one. And you heard Coach Allen, T, get in the box because Liv McDaniel's coming right up. Well, I did mention the kitchen sink a while ago. What else is there to throw in? Buckle up, because here we go. Liv McDaniel with the delivery. A bit too low. And playing it forward, and that's harmlessly for a goal kick from Eva Madarang. And that practically should do it. Whistle hasn't been blown yet. As Cortez shuttling that down to the right-hand side. Karen Araya trying to give the fans one more goal as Castañeda clears that out to touch. And that'll do it. The Philippines fall to Chile 1-0 after a 23rd minute goal coming from Karen Araya. A great goal coming from Chile, but for the Philippines, standing tall despite going one woman down is going to be an achievement. But of course, no moral victories for Coach Allen. He'll make sure that they're going to go back to the drawing board 100%. But you can see just how gassed our Filipinas are. They gave it their all, even when they went one man down. They hassled, they harried, they looked for the goal. But in the end, Chile stood strong. Well, that's it for the pair of friendlies against Chile in what has been an emotional battle between the Philippines and the Chilean side in their hometown. And for the Philippines, interesting to see what would develop further in the next international window as they try to become even better, to improve even further as they step closer and closer to the biggest dance in women's football, the FIFA Women's World Cup. Thank you very much for joining us for our live stream here this morning. I'm Paulo De Rosario. A pleasure bringing the game to you here, and hopefully a lot more soon. Have a great day.